In today's coaster countdown, I am talking about Dollywood's top 5 roller coasters. Dollywood is located in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and is a great family park. Now, one thing I should mention is that this park is actually home to 7 roller coasters. One of them is Blazing Fury, which is actually more dark ride than roller coaster, and the other one is Sideshow Spin, which is a kiddie coaster, so that is why I'm doing a top 5 instead of a top 7. Jumping right in, number 5 is the Mystery Mine. This is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter with some fantastic theming. Though the theming is fantastic, the actual coaster is okay. There isn't a single bad coaster at Dollywood. However, this coaster has some good parts and some not so good parts. It is a bit of a headbanger. The over-the-shoulder restraints get pretty obnoxious. However, it does have some fun elements. Some of the elements that I really do like is that final dive loop right before it hits the brake run. Also, those vertical lift hills are really fun. The drops are okay. Because they're so small, they're kind of jerky. But overall, this is a fun coaster. It is a headbanger. It's one of those coasters that I wouldn't recommend riding more than once in a row. Also simply because of capacity. It's a so-so coaster, but it's not my favorite in the park. Taking the 4th spot is Fire Chaser Express. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do like this more than Mystery Mine. This is a great family coaster. It has some fantastic theming, some great elements. It's perfect for adults and kids. It has 2 launches, one of them's backwards, it has a lift hill, it has some airtime moments, some smaller bank turns. It's Dollywood's newest roller coaster, and it is a great, fun ride. Number 3 is Wild Eagle, the B&M Wing Coaster, and I think that this is going to spark some argument, because I know many people who would consider this the best coaster in the park. However, I would like to disagree, and here's why. This coaster tends to be forceless. If you're sitting in the front row of this ride, it is a pretty forceless coaster. It goes through all of the elements, but you just don't feel it. It's not that intense of a ride. I found my most enjoyable experience to be on this coaster when I was riding in the back row. That's when it actually got forceful. So if you're at the park, I highly recommend riding it in the back row other than the front row. Don't get me wrong, it's a fun coaster and I enjoy it. However, I was really anticipating this coaster, but I was left disappointed. Like I said, I still like the ride, but I highly recommend riding it in the back row. That's definitely where you're going to get the best ride experience. Number 2 is the Thunderhead. And here's the thing with this one. I could easily put this one at number 2 as I could number 1. This is an excellent roller coaster. It's very fast, it has lots of elements, it's a very long ride. This ride packs a lot into a small footprint. This ride winds around itself, and it is great. This is single-handedly one of the best wooden roller coasters out there. However, I've put it at number 2, and I've put Tennessee Tornado as number 1. Now, like I said, I could easily put Tennessee Tornado as number 2 and then put Thunderhead at number 1. I like both of them pretty equally. However, here's why I've put Tennessee Tornado at number 1. It is a very intense roller coaster. It's a very short ride. However, it packs a punch. It has 3 inversions that it goes through very quickly. It has a very cool drop. This is a very fun coaster at night. And boy, do I love me some Tennessee Tornado. This is by far the smoothest coaster by aerodynamics that I've ever ridden. My only complaint is that it's a short ride. But this coaster goes out into the woods. It is very secluded. It interacts with the terrain. This is a very unique roller coaster, and I consider it to be the number 1 roller coaster at Dollywood.